Nishikigoi keeping is just a hobby for some, while for others, these beautiful creatures are simply pets. To the Japanese, however, they symbolize peace and tranquility, reflecting a lifelong dedication to the craft. This commitment is not just a job. To the breeders, this is just a way of life, and their product is a way of expressing their commitment to perfection. Today, we begin our journey to a mud pond at Torazo Koi Farm. Nestled along a narrow, winding road in the mountains, the farm's ponds are beautifully hidden. Overlooking the mountainous landscape, these ponds are filled with koi, surrounded by lush vegetation, including kudzu, a native variety of Japanese plants. Too many, this will be seen as a weed that overtakes the natural scenery. But in the right environment, this plant is the missing piece to the natural view of Japan's countryside. The early morning fog creates a smoky ambiance, enhancing the serene atmosphere. Tsuyoshi-san of Torazo Koi Farm waits patiently as his trucks arrive for the harvest. Once there, he prepares for the task ahead. Homare-san fills inflatable pools with water from the mud ponds in order to get ready for harvesting their client's koi. It's time to get to work. The nets are drawn across the pond, which has been drained over the course of several days. PVC pipes are strategically placed throughout the pond, gradually draining the water at different levels. Once it reaches a manageable level and the fish become visible, we must act swiftly as these priceless gems are exposed to nature. The team springs into action. The nets are lifted to prevent any fish from escaping. Homare-san inspects each one he pulls from the water and places into the pool. With fewer fish to handle, he can focus more keenly on any that stand out. Racing against time, we hurry back to the farm, quickly unloading the prized koi while the other trucks are filled with supplies and equipment needed for the harvest. Upon arriving at the farm, our first task is to rinse off any mud and debris collected from the ponds, reducing the risk of contamination in the facilities. Everyone must wash off the mud and any residue from the harvesting process. Afterward, we disinfect ourselves with alcohol in a designated area. All equipment also requires thorough sanitation, which is why we start unloading the mats and nets involved in the process. Time is of the essence as we work diligently to ensure everything is taken care of. As we unloaded the supplies in preparation for disinfection, part of the team needed to return to the main greenhouse to unload the koi waiting in the tanks. The truck backed into the observation area, where observations and records are taken for each koi that comes out. Everyone has specific duties, and once the first fish is out of the tank, it's crucial for everyone to perform their tasks flawlessly to minimize stress for the koi. It's important to remember that even with professional handling and efficiency during these transition phases, the koi can still experience stress. Working swiftly yet cautiously can make the difference between a stressed koi that doesn't appeal to customers and a vibrant, healthy fish that every client desires for their own pond. Every koi was carefully inspected for records. Size measurements and quality checks were essential. Tsuyoshi-san personally checked and carried each one, ensuring they were handled with care. Once placed in the large viewing bowl, he had the opportunity to observe how the koi had developed from the mud pond to the fresh water before they were relocated to their new homes inside the main greenhouse at Torazo Koi Farm. The level of care and dedication displayed while handling each koi was truly impressive. Those who witness this process understand why koi are so highly valued. The day was still young and there were more koi to harvest. I hop back in the truck with Homare-san, and he takes me to another mud pond to help harvest more nisai. For breeders across Japan, this is common to perform so many harvests in one day. Upon arriving to the new mud pond, this one was also tucked behind all of the vegetation. The scenery was very peaceful. Once the nets were getting untangled, it was time to go. The pieces were collected, and it was time to get back to the farm to repeat the process we had just performed in the morning. Unload, record, and house in their new designated tanks. Riding in one of the Japanese farm's trucks was a unique experience. This truck only comes in manual, so you really get to feel the roads of Japan's countryside. Once we got back to the farm, it was go, go, go. Everyone was to get back to their designated jobs. Those who did not have a job stood out of the way to let the professionals go to work. To see these koi that had just come out of mud water have such beautiful, rich colors was something that is hard to describe. Tsuyoshi-san inspects every koi coming out of the tanks, assigns them to the tank. The master moves these big specimens so effortlessly. What Tsuyoshi-san is doing is measuring each fish to record their growth. To measure a koi, a measuring bowl is required. Then what happens is he leads the nose to the starting point of the measuring tape. Then he measures from the tip of the nose to the tip of the tail. This is how he indicates the actual size of each koi. They do this for each and every single koi before putting them in the mud pond and after putting them in the mud pond. By doing so, breeders actually learn a lot about the size development from year to year. The primary reason they do this, they are able to track growth and see how the genetics of the fish grow. Next, it helps them determine feeding regimens. If something comes in short, maybe they need to alter their feed or different ingredients. Lastly, it also serves as an indicator for how many fish should be stocked in each pond the following year. All of this information is recorded in a well-documented catalog. As the fish were being moved to the inside greenhouse, the workers would drive the truck to the parking lot and drain the water. The next truck would back into the unloading dock to unload their load from the harvest. This process would continue until every single last fish was safely transferred to their new homes. While half of the team would be unloading at the dock, another team would be dedicated to filling up the tanks with fresh new water in preparation for the next day's harvest. No one at the farm is wasting time. Everyone understands the significance of moving swiftly and promptly. Come along with us in the next video as we take you to some more notable farms in the region.